Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading for the week of January 30th through February the 5th, 2024. Kind of hard to believe we're in February already. This is a reading for you if you are a Taurus sun, a Taurus moon, Taurus rising, or have some other significant Taurus placement in your chart. If you're returning to this channel, welcome back. It's very good to have you here again. If you're new to this channel, had to get those words out. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's very good to have you here. I do hope you find these readings to be helpful and useful to you. I do have some links down in the description box below to my websites and PayPal and things like that. You can check those out if they potentially interest you. This is a reading, I think I've already said this, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or significant Taurus placement. What we are doing this week is we are going to look at the 12 houses of astrology, which is what I do every week. If you're familiar with these readings, you know this. And I always use the Cartouche deck as my initial deck that I use because this is the one that I resonate with the most. We are going to clarify it with the tarot deck, and this week we are using the Druidcraft Tarot. Which is not a new deck, it's new to me. When I was living in Ireland, I was advised to get this deck, but didn't actually manage to get it till now. So it's a very nice deck. I'm very excited to be using it. And then we have the Gateway Oracle is our extra oracle where I pull one card at the end of the reading. And this is the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. So, okay. So let's begin at the beginning for you here, Taurus. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups with Isis. So, yeah, Isis. So I feel like, Taurus, you are somebody maybe right now who has been doing a lot to help others, because Isis has definitely got a strong mothering and nurturing energy. I feel like maybe a lot of people are looking to you for support. And so you seem to be taking on this kind of motherly role right now. And the Seven of Cups is basically, okay, there's a dreaminess to this card. There's an idea of looking at possibilities, of thinking big. But there's also the sense of trying to figure out what's real versus what's not real, okay? Like you're trying to, I feel like you want to sort of take dreams and kind of solidify them into reality. But doing this in a way, I don't know, this nurturing energy, I almost feel like it's like there's like a give and take here. Like you're reaching out to others and maybe looking to see what kind of opportunities, where, the give and receive. It doesn't necessarily have to be from the same person, but this idea that you're in this energy of sort of giving and nurturing, and you are considering what all your possibilities are right now. Now, the words that come into my head are, don't limit your possibilities right now. Seven of Cups can sometimes indicate somebody who's delusional, but I don't think that's the case here. I think it's like you may be actually overwhelmed, like you may be looking at a lot of different possibilities. And this also, I mean, Taurians are not necessarily known for every sign has something about them that is their challenge point, and patience is the one for Taurus. So this could actually be telling you that maybe you're getting yourself overwhelmed with too many thoughts and feelings about things, and maybe you need to be patient and see what's going to develop. But this has to do with you and who you are and where you're going. So, and you know what else comes into my head is you may have a incorrect self-image of yourself. Like you may think that people don't like you or don't care about what you're doing or something, or in some way you're not measuring up in some way. But this says that people see you as a very caring and nurturing person, okay? So take that as it resonates here. Okay, second house is your own house, Taurus energy. This has to do with finances. It's strong Venus energy, so luxury items, things, your possessions generally, your values, and wow, you have got the wing disc with the star. So let me tell you something, Taurus. If you have had a tower moment with your finances, this is really, really good news. And if those of you not familiar with tarot, the tower is usually a card of crisis. And the fact that you have the star, this card follows it. So in other words, again, it's this idea of possibility, like we're seeing here. and you're thinking about these possibilities, but maybe you think you're being delusional about it, because you know, if you're a Taurus, you tend to be very grounded and practical about things. But wow, there's definitely, if you've been having financial problems, they're going to be overcome. And you have a lot of possibilities. Again, there's this whole, already in the first two houses, we're seeing possibility, hope. I better be careful with this one because YouTube's very funny about that. But there's a lot of possibility here. So yeah. So, I mean, I don't even know what else to say about that house, Taurus. Good news financially. I mean, if you've been having problems, the solution is coming. And it's coming very, very soon. We'll look through the reading and see what's happening in terms of work and other things as well. Maybe that will give us some more clarification. But overall, I have nothing else to say. That's just really good energy. Okay, third house. This has to do with communications. If you're in your own business, this is about self-employment. It can have to do with short journeys. You know, again, just messages that come. Social media can have to do. It just has to do with communications of all kind, not necessarily deep communications, just messages that come to us about day-to-day life, and also potentially about sibling relationships. So you have Horus with the Magician. So I don't know, messages coming in here. I mean, Horus to me indicates somebody who's very popular. Okay, that kind of fits in with the idea that you may have this negative self-image. You may think. Or you may be being very sensitive about something right now, but you're definitely seen as some kind of a hero here, Taurus. I mean, this is strong, heroic, good-looking, charismatic. I mean, that's all of the energy here, and you have it with the Magician. So there's definitely this sense of manifesting something, putting something into action, and that's what I feel like your messages are about. If you are in your own business, this is a great omen for, okay, we're getting busy here. We're getting things done, right? Okay, there's a strong energy here of getting things done. So this is actually really great energy for you also. I feel like if you have been stuck in a particular situation, these are both omens of things moving forward. This could have to do with a family situation as well, because Horus sometimes does have strong family vibes, in which case there may be a situation, maybe involving siblings for some of you, that, you know, where there's going to be working on something and moving something forward. So again, another good card. Okay, so fourth house is Cancer energy. This is home, family, your sense of security, sometimes your mother. Okay, so we have Nephthys with the Two of Wands. It's funny, I just said something about siblings, and if we're going to speak strictly on the family front, this doesn't have to apply, but Nephthys sometimes has to do with sister energy, okay? So there could be some strong thing around, if you have a sister, okay? Not obviously, this is a general reading, not everybody has a sister, but there could be something around a sister here that is important. Two of Wands may have to do with a decision that has to be made, or, you know, choices that have to be made, or some way in which we are prepared to move on to the next thing. Now, if this doesn't have to do with somebody's sister, this would just have to do with something that's unknown at this point. And I feel like with the Two of Wands, some of you may be ready to move. You may be ready to move on, do something else, do the next thing. Like Two of Wands is kind of like looking out over the horizon. You haven't actually done it yet. Maybe you have to decide what it is you're doing or what you're going to do. But there's this sense here of something that that hasn't happened yet, but you're waiting for it to happen. So this could have to do with a move. This could be a change in a family situation. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, again, I say not sure because I'm dealing with collectively, not individually here. But there definitely seems to be this sense that you are getting ready to move outside of your current horizons, but you're not quite there yet. I mean, that would be the general reading of that. So whether that has to do with the move, whether that has to do with the family situation, or whether just you're going to be feeling secure enough now that you're going to be interested in doing different things. That could be as well. Okay, fifth house, Leo energy. So this is your creative ventures, love affairs, and it can also have to do with children. Now we have Chronos with, to hide the bottom of this card, we have Chronos with Thoth. Okay, now for some of you in the creative side, this would have to do with a writing project. Okay, now Chronos is an interesting card because it's the devil energy, and the devil here. Now, okay, in this particular deck, I think in the Druidcraft deck, there's definitely more of a focus on sensuality, on connecting with your sensuality. Maybe you're going to be writing about something very sensual for some of you. Again, that's very, very specific. But it can also just be, I'm hearing in my head for some of you, maybe a publishing contract or something that's got kind of a toxic connection, or something connected to some legal contract or something created to a creative work of yours, even if it's not writing, okay? Where there may be some kind of a toxic connection here, some kind of an attachment that you need to free yourself from, okay? So I'm not sure. This can also, if we're talking about a relationship, we could be talking about something where there's a lot of sexual energy here, a lot of sexual desire. And Thoth, I mean, again, Thoth has a strong healing vibe. It also has a strong karmic vibe. So there could be a love affair going on for some of you right now that is what I'm going to call karmic in nature. Either there's a lesson, there's a reason you've encountered this person, there's a lesson to be learned or something like that. And if you're not in a love relationship, there could be something like this coming up. But also, I don't know, I don't feel a strong child vibe with this, unless there's some kind of a situation with the child where there may be an entanglement that needs to be healed or dealt with in some way. Sometimes, again, those can sometimes have to do with legal matters as well. But I feel more like this has to do either with a love affair or a creative venture in this one. Like there's something here. And yeah, and the word writing comes into my mind for this because Thoth is the scribe of the Egyptian gods. So I feel for some of you, this may have to do with a creative writing project, but again, does not have to be. It can have to do with any kind of either creative project or situation where, I don't know, maybe there's desire that's tangled up in this somehow, whether it's the creative thing itself or whether it's, I feel like there's another person involved here, and that person may be creating some kind of entanglement that you need to break free of in some way. Or again, you don't necessarily have to break free. This could just be a very strong physical relationship, in which case I think it's saying it's great to be physical and to be sensual, and that's amazing. But I also think it's just saying, recognize too, if you're looking for something long term, it may be maybe more to it than that. So we'll see what the 7th house brings. Okay, 6th house is Virgo. This has to do with health, healing, things we might be worried about, and also with jobs. This has to do with service, sometimes with pets, although I don't see a strong thing with that here. Okay, so you have fire with the Prince of Cups. Now, Prince of Cups is like the Knight of Cups. There's an invitation coming here, or somebody's coming with a message. So again, whether this has to do with a job situation, whether this has to do with something you've been worried or concerned about, whatever this message is, I mean, I feel like you're going to be very inspired by it. There's going to be a chance to burn up or get rid of some bad or past situation. So, yeah, whatever this is, I feel like there's definitely going to be a sense of, like in the Virgo house, I feel like there's a strong sense of cleaning house when this card comes up. Like, let's purge everything that we don't need. Like purge would be the word there, because fire, you can burn, you throw something in it and it burn it up, right? But this can also be about an enduring situation, or one in which you have a lot of intensity, a lot of inspiration. So I don't know. There could be some kind of an invitation coming that's going to inspire you in some way, and may inspire you to just get rid of things that don't belong, but also to move you ahead. So I don't know whether this pertains to specifically to a job, or whether this pertains to or a health situation. This is actually, I think, quite good as well, because this would be strong vitality here with fire. And maybe purging in the sense of maybe you're going to be detoxing or doing something. You know what I mean? You're going to be getting rid of toxic energies here. But overall, it's just a very, very good thing. There's going to be some kind of an opportunity to get rid of the old and to fire things up. Okay, 7th house. This is Libra energy, and wow. Okay, this is the house I'm saying of long term. Like this is short term relationships. This is long term relationships. And this is also legal partnerships of all kinds. So if you already are married, this would represent you. If you are looking to be married, it would be in this house. If you are in a legal business partnership of some kind, that is also connected to this house. Okay, so we have Bast with the 10 of Cups. So, wow, 10 of Cups is like happy family, having it all. Interesting to see that with Kronos down here. So there could just be a very happy marital relationship where maybe there's also a lot of physicality involved. This is the happiness card. Bast is the happiness card, and I feel like you could even be talking about a partner who has a creative skill. They could be a dancer, they could be a musician, maybe they just have athletic skill. I don't know, but Bastet generally has to do with is a very strong creative energy. And with the Ten of Cups, I mean, again, I don't even know what to say. It's like you've got the Star over here, you've got the Ten of Cups here. So if you're over here in the first house, which is opposite, thinking like, well, maybe I'm imagining this. I feel like this is saying, no, you're not. If there's something that you're looking at as having possibility, maybe something where you have very strong feelings, and this seems to be saying, yeah, definitely happiness with somebody. And again, potentially somebody in one of those creative fields, does not have to be. This can just also, it could be a cat person too. You've got Bastet, you've got a little cat. Maybe it's somebody who likes cats a lot. I don't know. These are all little possibilities. Doesn't have to be the case. But ultimately, Bast is, yeah, give others your due. Give others what give as you wish to receive. The old kind of golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yeah, but there definitely seems to be that in a relationship situation. And if you are already married or in a partnership, I mean, this just all bodes well for everything being happy family. So if there have been problems, this definitely seems to point to problems coming to an end and satisfaction. Because this tends to be more about satisfaction in a group. Nine of Cups is more about your individual satisfaction. This tends to have family vibes or just collective vibes in general. So, yeah. I mean, again, just really, really good omen for relationships there, whether they're existing relationships or whether they're ones that are coming up. Okay. In fact, what's coming into my mind, especially with Thoth down here, is there could be some kind of love affair, maybe that's starting out as something very physical or with a physical attraction that may end up becoming this happy family situation. So, and a wish fulfillment. So that's, I don't know. There's a Taurus here who's having a really good week. And it's interesting because Uranus is going direct this week. And Uranus has caused all kinds of havoc in the life of Taurus. But I have a feeling if you have allowed Uranus to transform you instead of fighting against it, then I have a feeling you're just going to have, now like spontaneously, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming in for you, which is great news. Okay. So now we're in the Scorpio house. This is the house of transformation, 8th house. Other people's money, sometimes has to do with some more esoteric things, but we have Hathor with the 8 of Wands. Okay, 8 of Wands, yeah, messages coming in, things happening very, very fast. So I think life is about to speed up for you, Taurus. So you want to get organized. There could be a female person who is connected to this in some way, connected to this change for some of you. Doesn't have to be, because this can also have very strong Empress vibes. So again, Taurian, kind of like yourself. Hathor is about... again, creating a home, creating something that's happy, like I said, being somebody who's efficient, organized, on top of their game. Like, very, very strong feminine energy connected with this. And that doesn't have to mean all the things that we think of as passive femininity. I mean, you have this strong feminine card here as well. So, I don't know, maybe this is going to be where you're going to be taking on either a more mothering type role, or you're just going to be, it may be more Virgo oriented, like, okay, I'm the female here who's kind of getting things together. So this could be you, or this could be a female who's coming in to help be the catalyst for maybe this change. But nonetheless, there definitely seems like things are speeding up, so be prepared. Okay, so now we have the 9th house. This is Sagittarius energy. This is about expansion, travel, it's about higher education, expanding your horizons, doing different things, philosophy, religion, anything that has to do with the way you see, the broader way that you see life, or the way that you want to learn and expand your horizons. So you have Sirius with the 4 of Wands. Okay, so this is interesting. 4 of Wands is usually it can be a card of marriage for some people, but I feel like it can also be, it's just the idea of satisfaction, security. Sometimes it means you've accomplished something. And again, kind of like the 2 of Wands down here, there's almost this sense of, yeah, we're ready to move forward and to move on to the next thing. Because as you can see, this sort of 11-11 energy here, there's like a gate. It almost has the energy of a gate and moving on to the next thing, okay? So I feel like for some of you, this could indicate a long journey abroad, and again, I'm saying the word abroad. I said it in the last reading too. So I don't know why I keep saying that. It doesn't have to be abroad. It could be just somewhere else in the country, but There does seem to be this idea of moving on to the next thing, like you're at a gate, okay? And you're about to pass through that gate. And you have this with Sirius energy, which is Aquarian energy. You've got Aquarian energy in a couple places here. Aquarius, Pluto's moved into Aquarius, so this seems to be affecting your Sagittarius, your long-distance travel and education house, and it's also affecting your relationship house, because Bast also has Aquarius energy associated with it as well, as does the star, by the way, in the second house. So, yeah, for you, for some of you Taurus, I would advise, if you're a Taurus, to go look at your natal chart and see where Pluto is, and also to see, look at your current transits to see where Pluto is, in what house it's in, because that's going to be where that's going to be where Aquarius is in your chart. That's where I feel like the strongest changes are going to be on an individual level. But for somebody, we're looking at both money, relationship, and potentially travel abroad or going back to school or something like that. But Sirius is definitely about expanding our horizons. For some people, this could be taking up some tech thing, you know what I mean? Like you could go back to school to learn, some kind of new technology. Doesn't have to be, because Sirius to me is also about just broadening your horizons generally, thinking about things differently, thinking outside the box. So you're on the gateway to something new here. If travel is indicated or a move, I feel like Nepothys is saying this may not be something that's happening yet. Maybe this is something you're organizing, because Sirius has to do with there's a little bit elbow grease involved. There's work involved when we have Sirius. So whatever this, I feel like you may be on the threshold of a change here, but, you may need to put some work in here to, till you're there. So I just wanted to mention that. Capricorn energy in the 10th house. Okay. This is about your career, your fame, your reputation. And you have the twins with the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like there may be some decisions to be made. You may be working with somebody here now, like you may be somebody who may be either enhancing your reputation, or, maybe you're going into a business partnership with someone, or maybe there could be a job offer or something to, in your career where you're collaborating with somebody. For some of you, I am hearing this could also even be somebody who's also a love partner, getting involved with your career somehow. It's interesting because I just did Aries reading, and they have a very, very similar vibe. So maybe, at least for some of you, maybe you're getting involved with an Aries. And again, that this is a general reading, doesn't have to be. But you have this with this Two of Pentacles. So I feel like maybe you are keeping a lot of plates spinning. I feel like, Taurus, you're doing more than one thing. Like maybe you've got a main job, maybe you've got a side gig, maybe you've got two main gigs. I don't know. I feel like you're spinning plates right now and juggling. And this could just indicate that there's going to be someone coming in who's going to offer assistance, or maybe who you're going to collaborate with, who's maybe going to help ease some of this juggling that's going on here. But I mean, the fact that you've got such good cards in both the 2nd and the 6th houses, I feel like, whatever this is, if you've been juggling, then, you're going to have help with that. Okay, 11th house. This is friendships, your social networks, also your hopes, wishes, and there's an amount of destiny to this too. This is the Aquarius house, and you have Pyramid with the 3 of Cups. So again, this idea of celebrating with friends or reconciling with friends, okay? Because 3 of Cups can be a reconciliation with somebody, but it can also just be, just like you have Bastet over here, which I always see in the 7th house over here. Pick the card up again just to show you. This is also a card of happiness and celebrating. And so, I don't know, maybe some of you are going to be celebrating a new relationship with somebody. We do have a Pyramid here, though, too. So there could be a test situation going on. The fact that I'm seeing this with the 3 of Cups, it's interesting, because I'm trying to think, because I think this has to do with like a situation where you feel like you've been tested or challenged. This could be you passing the test, okay? Given all the other positives, I feel like there's a test here that you've had. Maybe it's among your friend group. Maybe it has to just do with your goals and where you're going, especially with, we have 7 of Cups in the beginning. Maybe you've been very confused. Maybe you've been tested. And maybe this is now saying, okay, I mean, it still may take a little more time, but I do feel like you're getting to where you want to go to. Like, this is saying good news eventually, passing the test. And with the 3 of Cups, there definitely seems to be this idea of celebration and of spending time with friends. So that's also great news. Okay, so now let's go into your 12th house. This is what you don't show to people. This may be what you're secretly afraid of. This could have to do with things in the imagination. Yeah, and you've got the moon, which is literally, this is Pisces. This is the Pisces card, okay? And the moon has to do with what you don't see yet. So yeah, you've got Nephthys down here. You've got the Seven of Cups here. I feel like this is something that's coming up. It's going to come in very, very suddenly. It's going to come in hot, come in very suddenly. All of a sudden, you're going to find you're going to get your wishes. But right now, like, you may be afraid because you may be like, oh, well, I don't see that yet. I think for a lot of you, you're going to hear this and this is going to come as a surprise. You're going to be like, oh, I don't know, No, something's coming in. It's not something you can see yet. And I think you're fearful about what you don't know. And maybe you're fearful of change to some degree because Scarab has to do with what's ending and what's beginning. So yeah, but I feel like this is saying don't be afraid of change, and definitely there's a sense that you need to follow your intuition here. Just go with the flow of things because you are about to flow into, I mean, this is the best reading I think I've seen for you, Taurus, since I've started doing these. There's something really, really good right around the corner. And again, being the type of person that you are, you're an earth sign, you're methodical, you're plotting. I say P-L-O-D-D, not plotting, P-L-O-T-T. You move along kind of slowly and carefully. You like to have a plan. So I think you're in a situation where you feel like you don't know what's going on. I mean, the moon with the Seven of Cups, I mean, there's definitely this very similar energy here. But no, Isis here in the first house too could also indicate, you need to be intuitive in terms of your relationships. You need to be intuitive. Even in terms of your security, you need to be intuitive because this is also a card of intuition. There's just a thing here that, you need to kind of trust yourself here and not to be afraid of change because the changes that are all coming here all have the potential to put you exactly where you want to be. So this is great. Overall, Taurus, you have Anubis with the Prince of Wands. Now, Prince of Wands is like the Knight of Wands. So, yeah, I feel like you are locked, loaded, and ready to go. I mean, this knight is on the horse. It's running. It's not like the Knight of Pentacles that's just standing still. You're ready for action. The only thing you can say about the Knight of Wands is that sometimes this is a very restless energy. It may be a situation where you need to look before you leap a little bit. Sometimes we're so excited by something, we're ready to charge into a new thing. But we may, it is reminding you to be careful and to think. You've got a lot of fiery energy right now, in addition to your water energy. So you may be anxious to move ahead with something. And I feel like you will. This is also a card of moving to me and change and relocating. So I feel like, yeah. But the fact that we have Nephthys here, this is saying, okay, something that's not quite happening yet. But I think things will happen very suddenly. I think you will be up to the task. And you have Anubis here, so this indicates navigating any potentially difficult situations and also being protected. And travel is also, the fact that you've got two travel cards here. Yeah, I feel like your whole world's about to move, Taurus. And if Uranus has been in Taurus since what, 2018 is it? I can't remember. So you definitely know about having your life kind of turned upside down, but this is going to be a good thing. This is definitely good. And I feel for some of you, this does indicate a move coming up. Not this week, because obviously we're not seeing it happen, but things are getting prepared. You're at the gate here, okay? So really good reading, Taurus. Let's see what the Gateway Oracle has for you as an extra card. Okay, I'm going to do it down here because every time I shuffle cards on this table, the whole table bounces, and so does the camera. So I'm trying not to do that. Okay. Oh, wow. We got two cards that flipped. You have, starting fresh and exceeding expectations. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Literally everything I just said. Didn't I just say this? You soar into excellence. That's the message on this one. And the message on this one is a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. And yes, I can definitely confirm that from these cards. So whatever has been worrying you, Taurus, the fact that I see fire over here in your house of worry and I see the Prince of Wands in the center, I feel like you're very intense. You're chomping at the bit and ready to go. Maybe things aren't happening as fast, so now you're kind of like, oh, I don't know, but no. Your expectations are about to be exceeded. So this is great news for you. So have a great week, Taurus. This may not necessarily all happen this week, but this is something definitely coming. So good luck, And let me know in the comments how things go. It may not happen this week. Maybe it's going to be happening at a later time, but definitely mark my words here. Something good's coming in. Have a great week. Definitely hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading. And if you are not subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any of these videos. So take care till next time.